which is the machine learning models that work on the LLMs, how they operate and how they interact with each other, right?
Yeah.
When you understand that, you know how to prompt very well. But you can only
So
get
those
that.
are the engineering parts of this that you talked about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but you can only get that understanding by taking a course on prompt engineering. So prompt engineering, if you take a course on prompt engineering, it's just going to help you understand the basics. You may not be able to code, you may not be able to work on the things, but you understand how, on the technical side of things, but you understand how things work, right? That's that.
Okay.
So for the innovations that are to come, right? Yeah, so certain skill set that I believe people should tap into right now. Things like, of course, with the advent of big data, there's something in ESG, when you talk about sustainability and governance for every business, right?
Yeah.
There's a particular part or type of thing they called, I think it's called the wicked problem, right?
Okay.
What is a wicked problem? A wicked problem is a problem you solve that causes another problem, right? So for the advent of big AI, or big data rather, gave opportunity. The fact that we are all exposed. All right. Yesterday when I was talking about governance and data governance, and I was talking
when you say exposed, how do you mean?
We are all our data is exposed, because let me give you an example. As long as you have a bank account, you have a social media account, you have any account that operates on any of these machines or these engines you're talking about, you're exposed. Why? Because all of these machines, a cloud is just another person's computer. The time will not permit me to explain how the technology that works under the hood, as you guys would call it, right? But then again, I believe that a lot of people should go into cloud computing, cyber security, right? Because like I said, big data is giving a lot of problems, which is we are all exposed.
Wicked problem.
So we now need
a lot of new opportunities.
Exactly.
So you're going to school. You're not just thinking, I want to become a medical doctor, I want to become a computer scientist. You can actually work towards a particular thing that actually contributes to all of this in the nearest future. Because like the exposure, like you mentioned, means the fact that there's a problem means there's a solution to it.
Yeah, exactly. And like you become the solution.
And you become the solution.
Yeah.
So it's a learning curve for those people who are upwardly mobile in their minds, who think, okay, like you said, Resolutics, of course, you say, this model is something that is supposed to be, making life more easy or more worthwhile for everybody, more productive. But in that productivity, there's an issue: the fact that your data is exposed.
Exactly.
So there's need for security, data security. There's need for people to build models that would then help people safeguard those things. And like you said, if you don't learn prompt engineering, you might not even be able to understand how your data works and how to protect yourself.
You won't be able to harness the power of those LLMs.
Which is the large language models.
Right.
Now, really very amazing stuff that you've been talking about, and there's so much to still unpack. But then time is fast spent, and I really want us to, maybe then delve into the ways to start this learning.
Right.
Because, of course, I'm sure a lot of people now, we've opened their minds to the fact that there are opportunities, which means if you do that right here in Nigeria and you're good enough, someone from anywhere in the world can say, I've heard that you are the best at this and I need you to do this. And you don't even need to be present for you to do all the work and, harness all the opportunities that the tech space is opening up right now. So let's talk about the learning experience. Let's talk about the opportunity to learn and how people can get on that. Are there scholarships? Are there platforms?
Sure.
I'm not saying advertise certain organizations,
but I could talk about the one the government is doing.
Yeah, you can talk about what people could, really, really go towards and start to pick these opportunities up.
So I like very brilliant. I'm always thrilled by the way you ask your questions, because it just points my mind into some gray areas that I probably didn't think of. Right. Okay. Permit me to mention, you said something here that you can be in Nigeria. You don't even have to be in other climes to actually create value. Right, currently, Data Science Club, which is one of the stuff that I founded, one of the NGOs that I founded, and in partnership with Resolutics and Access Drive, we're currently training guys in Canada and the United States, right? So most times, although it's quite draining because I have to work during the day, I still have to work during at night because of their time and all of that. Time. But basically, I'm just trying to say that I could only do that, or we and my team, we could only do that because we have been able to create value in ourselves first, and then of course become so valuable that we can pour out this value into others, right? So first and foremost, begin to think value, right? So if you go back down memory lane or history lane, we discover that if you look at the evolution of money, or what I call the genealogy of money, money is as always and will always be value for value.
Value for value, yes.
Do you understand? So make yourself, first and foremost, think value. What value do you want to bring to the marketplace? How do you see yourself? Just like you mentioned, what do you think you can contribute to the whole? Right. So basically, when you think in that direction, I love to say this, right? So data science was driven, I would say it was driven by God to find me in this path, right? So basically, what I love to tell people is that find that which is innate to you, right? And work on that. So if you're an artist, this is what I gave somebody this advice. This is what I'm going to give now, right? I give this advice around 2018, 2019. 2019, came asked me the same question. What do you think I should invest in terms of digital skills? I say, you know how to do. We are going to have something a platform where we can trade digital art. I didn't even know. I didn't even know that we were going to have some NFTs. And before you know, and I texted him. I said, "Bro, you see what I told you? I mean, I
hope he took advantage.
Oh well, we don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Because I'm hoping he did.
Opportunity lost, right?
Because that's a lot of insights that could have come.
Exactly. So basically, moving forward, right? I want to say first and foremost, like I said earlier, think value. What value do you want to bring? So for this is also what I love to say. For every single skill set you have, there's a digital aspect of that skill set.
Please say that again.
For every skill set you have, or every sector, we no longer do traditional. We still do traditional banking, but even the traditional banks are going into fintech, right? Yeah. So basically, every single skill set you have, there's a digital aspect of it. So what you want to do is ask the questions, maybe. So I think the intelligence of the future, right, is now those guys it's not those guys who know the right answers, but those guys who ask the right questions. Right? So you want to ask the questions like, what role am I supposed to play in the new era, in the fourth industrial revolution? So for example, you can just go on ChatGPT and ask a question. Simple prompt, right? You are now, for example, let me give a quick analogy of how to use prompt engineering, right? Yeah. Let's say you're a music producer or a DJ. You have DJ Rider in the building and he's the birthday boy. Let me use the opportunity to use him,
Happy
right?
Birthday, DJ Rider.
Happy birthday, DJ Rider. So basically, you're a DJ. You want to go to either GPT or DeepSeek and type, you are now the world best DJ, or you are now DJ so and so. Call yourself. So if you have enough representation on social media, what will happen is the LLM is going to use what is known as web scraping. It's going to scrape different websites and discover you as a person on that website. And they say,
deliver your model.
Exactly. Then you say, you are now so and so person. You've been in the industry for so and so number of years. So, for example, you are now DJ Rider. You've been in the industry for say, over 2 decades, right? But now you have a little bit of fear as to how to apply your skill set in the fourth industrial revolution. You are aware that AI and automation is taking a lot of things away. How can you stay relevant? Please answer this question. Now, GPT is going to do a very wonderful job. He's going to place himself in the place of DJ Rider and come up with different aspects to give you guidance. Now, the onus is now on you to go find a mentor to guide you through that path. Like I usually say, those who see far because they stand on the shoulders of those that went before them. So if you want to go faster in life, you need to go with someone that's been there, done that. Okay. So basically, once you've gotten that, the onus is now on you to work the work.
Okay, so the onus is on you to work the work and pursue that dream the way you want it to be. Now, the tech space is offering a lot of opportunities in that field you are in right now. Trust me, if you're a food seller, if you sell food, if you sell maybe, I don't know, I'm sure some people are wondering, and I just want to put this out there. You probably know how to make this particular delicacy from your dialect, from your town, from your village. You are probably really very good at it. And there are people, you live in Ikorodu, and there are people in Festac Town or Ekpe or anywhere else in Lagos who need to find someone who makes that particular delicacy from your place. The tool of tech, the tech
social
space,
media,
the social media, the tech space, particularly like what you did with the profile you just did with Ryder, talking about the fact that this will exist right now, and how can he exist in the nearest future. It's something that I think you yourself can do and see how there might just have been searches online where people are saying, where can I find? I'm trying to find maybe where can I find? I'm looking for pounded yam or ibirikbo or something that is being made, or jojo or something that is being made from some part of southwest Nigeria, and nobody does it in Lagos. But if you have put something there online, maybe your name may have just come out. Maybe you may have drawn up a model that causes delivery and demand on all these kind of things, and that is where the tech space is taking us, where with a little bit more, you know, I want to make an example of a lady that I know who is homeschooling her daughter right now, and really from what she's put on LinkedIn and, you know, certain searches that she did on ChatGPT, there were certain things that came to her, and right now she's teaching kids from 6 different countries in Europe, and these are not just Nigerians, these are people, and of course she's also building an online classroom where they could come in to play games and you know, have online conversations and you know, engaging things that helps build the mind of a child. And I think that is how we should think. Like you said, learn prompting, learn prompt engineering, learn prompt engineering, you know, Google prompt engineering.
Exactly.
Or better still, try to reach Harrison. How do we find you on Instagram, on LinkedIn and the likes?
So I'm on LinkedIn most times. If you want to find me, I'm on LinkedIn. OSYB will always say I don't do social media a lot. I don't know.
It is some form of WhatsApp is a form of social media.
So I do WhatsApp, I do LinkedIn. I try to stay professional. I have guys who help me handle the other aspects of the business that has to do with social media. So of course, Resolutics is on LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, X, and YouTube. Of course, we have some of our courses where we train people about data analytics, data science, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity. We have some of our videos on YouTube. You can just go watch them. And then, of course, you can always reach out to us. So reach out to us on LinkedIn. Or, of course, like I said, Resolutics is on LinkedIn. And, of course, Harrison Yakubu also is on LinkedIn. And, of course,
Thank you very much, Harrison, for making out time to be here.
It's always my pleasure. OSYB.
Okay, so we'll be getting into another interesting conversation. But then, if you'd like to catch a repeat broadcast of what we just said, you can watch us on YouTube at